one of the most formidable invasion forces in history, set their sights on the land of the rising sun, aiming to incorporate it into the ever-expanding Mongol Empire. The Japanese, known for their courage and military prowess, faced an adversary of overwhelming size and military strength. Despite this daunting challenge, Japan, an island nation deeply rooted in spiritual beliefs, was not willing to surrender easily. Both warriors and commoners prepared themselves for the impending conflict, resolute in their determination to protect their homeland against an overwhelming force. As tension escalated, the world, including the Mongols, was soon to discover that sometimes nature intervenes in unexpected ways. Just as menacing as the Mongol fleet on the horizon was a power the Japanese saw as a divine intervention, the sacred wind that seemed to favor their cause. Eyes on Japan. Spanning the 13th and 14th centuries, the Mongol Empire's expanse was nothing short of breathtaking in the Pacific shores to the Baltic Sea's cold waters, and from the icy realms of Siberia to the warm waves of the Arabian Sea. The Mongol dominion was unparalleled. By the mid-13th century, the legendary Genghis Khan had passed on, but his legacy of conquest was far from over. His grandson Kublai Khan inherited not just an empire, but an insatiable hunger for expansion as he furthered the Mongol incursions into China and what is today's Korea. Kublai Khan has turned seaward towards the tantalizing islands of what we now call Japan. The Korean kingdom of Goryeo, once a loyal vassal to the Mongol, since the 1250s was now in turmoil as it was being forcefully integrated into the Mongol Empire. Battles raged until the early 1270s, with Kublai's forces simultaneously challenging the Yuan dynasty. Goryeo's strategic location made it an ideal launch pad for a potential assault on the Japanese archipelago. But the Mongols weren't mere brutes. Before drawing their swords, they extended a hand, sending emissaries to foreign lands seeking tributes and allegiance. In 1266, Kublai Khan initiated this diplomatic dance with Japan. Then, under the Hojo clan's rule, Japan remained unyielding as emissaries came and went without success. Kublai's patience waned and Japan braced itself. By 1273, diplomacy's soft touch had failed. Kublai Khan, recognizing the futility of words, commanded his armies to prepare for war. The northern coast of the island of Kyushu beckoned as the prime target. The Straits of Tsushima charted the path with the islands of Tsushima and Eki as natural waypoints, all leading to the ultimate prize, Akata Bay on Kyushu, a mere 200 kilometers from the southern coast of Korea. As preparations for the invasion began, a colossal fleet was constructed. Reliable sources from this period are scarce and often contradictory. Some accounts even compare the Mongol fleet size to the Allied invasion force during D-Day in 1944, though this might be a historical exaggeration. Korea harvested so many trees to build the Mongol fleet ships that it would later lead to a prolonged shipping shortage. The Mongols also gathered troops, weapons, and other resources from the region. However, logistical challenges led to a 3-month delay in their plans. The first invasion. The Mongol fleet embarked on a historic voyage to Japan, boasting their renowned archery skills and early access to gunpowder weaponry. However, their effectiveness was hampered when they attempted beach landings under enemy fire. The Mongol army followed a strategy of mass conscription, requiring all to participate in warfare. In stark contrast, Japan's samurai warriors were a select group highly proficient in close combat. On November 2, 1274, the Mongol invasion force, consisting of Mongols, Chinese, and Koreans, reached Japan. They quickly overcame the defenders on Tsushima and proceeded to Eki Island, where they faced stiff resistance from samurai and local civilians. After capturing a castle and a tragic incident, they responded ruthlessly by killing civilians and displaying their bodies as a gruesome warning. Their momentum slowed at Akata Bay on November 19th, where they confronted a formidable Japanese force. Initially, the samurai adhered to their code of honor, seeking one-on-one duels, but the tide turned when a Japanese archer shot at a Mongol commander. As night fell, the Mongols, facing dwindling supplies, retreated to their ships. They encountered further challenges from flaming Japanese boats and an unexpected storm before eventually making their way back to Korea. To sum it up, the Mongols possessed a formidable army but struggled to conquer Japan due to the samurai's close combat expertise and the challenging conditions they encountered. Planning a second invasion. While Kublai Khan faced uprisings across his expansive empire, He simultaneously pursued the conquest of southern Song territories, eventually bringing them under his rule by 1279. It's possible that he thought the mere threat of a previous invasion would compel Japan to seek diplomatic relations. Kublai Khan sent envoys to Japan in an attempt at diplomacy, but their execution delivered a clear message that Japan was not easily intimidated. Undaunted by this response, preparations for a second invasion began in earnest. Both the Mongols and the Japanese learned valuable lessons from their prior encounter. The Mongols reinforced their armor to withstand Japanese arrows, while the Japanese constructed extensive defensive structures, including walls. Accounts of the impending invasion vary. Some chronicles mention a formidable fleet of 1,000 ships, accompanied by an army of 20,000 troops. Others speak of an additional 100,000 Chinese soldiers being mobilized. This renewed assault was meticulously planned, with forces poised to converge on Japan from two strategic directions: the recently acquired Sung China region from the west and Korea from the north. By 1281, the invasion force was ready for action. The Korean contingent set sail in May, retracing the path of the first invasion. Despite their improved preparations, the Mongols once again ravaged the islands of Tsushima and Iki. However, coordinating two invasion forces separated by vast distances posed significant challenges for the Mongols. Their original plan was to rendezvous at Iki, but the Chinese commanders, acting independently, opted to strike the west coast of Japan instead. Divine Wind. The Mongols initially succeeded but quickly faced challenges when they tried to invade larger Japanese islands. The Japanese defended using arrows and clever tactics, making it hard for the Mongols to establish a foothold. The Mongols, who were more comfortable with land warfare, struggled with naval and amphibious combat. As if these difficulties weren't enough, the Mongols had problems like low morale, disputes among leaders, and disease spreading in their fleet. Eventually, a massive storm struck, destroying their immobilized fleet. Many Mongol soldiers died and some survivors were captured by the Japanese. The Japanese believed this storm, known as kamikaze or divine wind, was sent by the gods to protect their land. This historical event had a lasting impact on Japan, and it's even linked to the later use of the term kamikaze during World War II, when Japanese pilots carried out suicide missions. In short, the Mongols faced many obstacles in their invasion of Japan, and a powerful storm played a key role in their defeat. This event became legendary in Japanese history. Today's discussion focused on the historical events surrounding Japan during the Mongol invasions, with a particular emphasis on Eyes on Japan. Initially, we explored the first invasion, where the Mongols faced early success, but ultimately struggled to secure a foothold. This led to the planning of a second invasion, where the Mongols encountered numerous challenges in navigating the predominantly naval and amphibious setting. The turning point came with the divine wind, known as kamikaze, a powerful typhoon that struck and decimated the Mongol fleet in Akata Bay. This divine intervention was seen as a safeguard for Japan and left a lasting impact on its history, even resurfacing in a darker context during World War II, when young Japanese pilots embarked on kamikaze missions. Thank you for joining us on this voyage through history. If you enjoyed this exploration and want to uncover more enigmatic mysteries of the past, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your curiosity fuels our quest for knowledge. Leave a comment below if there are any ancient mysteries you'd like us to unravel in our upcoming videos. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the mysteries of the past. Thanks for watching.